They laughed. Not once, not twice, every single morning. At 5 a.m., while the world was asleep, while his friends were dreaming, while his girlfriend rolled her eyes, he was already awake. And they said he was crazy. What they didn't know was that every 5 a.m. alarm was building something, something they couldn't see, something that would eventually make them silent. And here's the thing, success isn't about luck. It's about small choices, repeated when nobody is watching. It's about the quiet hours, the invisible work, the mornings you don't feel like starting. So ask yourself, what could you build if you treated your mornings like Daniel did? What small habit today could become your silent superpower tomorrow? Think about it, because the difference between being laughed at and being unstoppable is what you do when everyone else is asleep. His name was Daniel, 26 years old, broke, working a job he hated, living in a one-bedroom apartment that smelled like failure and instant noodles. He wasn't special, he wasn't talented, he wasn't connected, but he had one dangerous habit. He woke up at 5 a.m. Daniel worked at a logistics company, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., same desk, same fluorescent lights, same supervisor, Mark. Mark loved reminding him, "Dreams don't pay bills, Daniel." And every time Daniel mentioned business ideas, Mark would smirk. YouTube business? Online stuff? You're not that guy. At home, it wasn't better. His girlfriend Sarah thought it was cute at first. You and your little routines, she'd laugh. But when Daniel started sleeping earlier, stopped partying, stopped going out every Friday, the laughter turned into irritation. Why are you acting like you're already successful? Even his friends joked in their group chat. 5 a.m. CEO, billionaire mindset with $23 in his account. They laughed, and he smiled. But inside, it burned. Here's what nobody knew. Daniel didn't wake up at 5 a.m. because he was disciplined. He woke up at 5 a.m. because he was scared. Scared of staying average. Scared of dying unknown. Scared of becoming Mark. One night after work, he checked his bank account. $147.32. Rent due in 4 days. That was the night he made a decision. Not motivation, not hype. A decision. If I don't change my life, no one will. He set the alarm. 5 a.m. 5 a.m. The alarm rang. It wasn't heroic. It wasn't aesthetic. It was dark. Cold. His room felt heavy. His body begged him to sleep. But he got up. Not because he felt strong, because he felt desperate. He started small. 20 minutes reading business books. 40 minutes learning digital skills. 1 hour building an online service business. Before work. Every day. While they laughed. 3 months passed. Nothing changed. Still broke. Still tired. Still mocked. His girlfriend said, "Maybe this isn't working." His friends stopped inviting him out. Mark gave him more work. "You look tired. Maybe your 5 a.m. club isn't helping." There was a moment. 4:59 a.m. Finger hovering over snooze. That moment decides most lives. He didn't snooze. Here's the truth most people won't tell you. The 5 a.m. routine doesn't change your life in 30 days. It changes your identity. And identity changes everything. Month 6. Daniel wasn't trying anymore. He was becoming. He learned copywriting, basic sales, digital marketing, client outreach. He failed 27 times, 27 ignored emails, 12 rejected proposals, 3 clients who ghosted him, still waking up, still building, still invisible. Then it happened. Sarah left. "I feel like you're obsessed," she said. "You're here, but you're not here." Translation: he chose his future over comfort. That night hurt. He almost quit. 5 a.m. came again. He stared at the ceiling. Alone now. No girlfriend, no support, no applause. Just him and the alarm. He got up. Again. Month 9. An email. Subject line, "Let's move forward." A small client. $500 project. To most people, nothing. To Daniel, proof. Proof that the mornings weren't stupid. Proof that Mark was wrong. Proof that laughter is temporary. He reinvested everything. No celebration. No Instagram post. Just work. $500 turned into $1,200. $1,200 into $3,000. He started getting referrals. He raised his prices. He studied more. While everyone else was sleeping, he was negotiating contracts. While his coworkers complained about traffic, he was building systems. At 5 a.m., every single day. 1 year later, Daniel quit. Not dramatically, not angrily. He walked into Mark's office, calm. "I'm resigning." Mark laughed at first, until Daniel mentioned he was earning more online than his annual salary. Silence. The same friends who sent memes, now asking, "Bro, how did you do it?" Sarah, watching his quiet success from a distance. No revenge post, no flex, just growth. 2 years in, Daniel had a profitable online agency, location freedom, multiple income streams, time control. But here's the twist. The real success wasn't money, it was control. He owned his mornings, and eventually, he owned his life. They laughed at his 5 a.m. routine because they saw the wake-up time, not the sacrifice, not the loneliness, not the identity shift, not the discipline forged in darkness. People laugh at what they don't understand until it works. Then they ask for the blueprint. But by then, you're already too far ahead. If you're watching this and you feel stuck, maybe your 5 a.m. isn't just about waking up early. Maybe it's about waking up different. Discipline feels painful, lonely, even pointless, until it starts paying off. The truth is, the first step is always the hardest. The quiet hours are the ones that decide everything, the ones that nobody sees. So here's the question. What could you start tomorrow that would make the world notice, only when it's too late to laugh? If you want to see more stories of people who turn the impossible into unstoppable, stories that reveal the hidden routines, secrets, and choices that create success, subscribe now, because the next video could show you exactly how ordinary decisions make extraordinary lives. And tomorrow morning, when your alarm rings, will you hit snooze or start building the life they'll eventually envy?